Nice to see you back. Thought we were going to have to start a petition. Free the Emmerdale too.
Well, everyone's acting like we've been banged up for years. It was only one night in a cell.
Not pressing charges, then?
Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, whatever happened to being tough on crime and tough on the causes of crime?
Well, me and Diane, we're hardly a minister society, are we?
Well, maybe not. I would have expected better from Diane, but I suppose you've got some excuse.
And what's that?
You're Australian, aren't you? All your ancestors were convicts. You probably just can't help yourself.
Well, it's just a silly mistake. Bit like that outfit.
Sticks and stones.
Yeah, what? Are you going to let me in then, or what? Hang on a sec.
Chloe, are you decent?
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Right, it's my round. I'll set them up. You look like you need one. Yeah, well, don't wait on me. I've got stuff to do. Like what? Well, I just don't fancy a drink right now. Maybe later, yeah? Suit yourself.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I've got an errand to run in Houghton. I thought I'd stop for a meal. Would you ladies like to come and join me? But my treat, of course.
That'd be lovely. I'll just go and get my coat.
Thanks. But no thanks.
Right. Well, I thought you'd have something better to do.
What did you do that for?
I'm not going to pretend to be Daddy's little girl. If he wants to play Happy Families, he can do it on his own.
I've hardly seen you all week.
It's always the same. You take a break, they work twice as hard to catch up. But the holiday was good while it lasted.
And did you meet anyone interesting?
What she wants to know is whether you met anyone interesting enough to fancy.
Shouldn't you be clearing up that mess you left in the living room, eh?
That mess is my small art project. And now I'm playing with Jean, so I'm not listening. You want to talk about you-know-what, then?
You know something, I don't know where she gets that from. Anyway, did anyone catch your eye?
Well, let's just say that the desirable was unavailable and the available was undesirable.
No!
No, don't let me interrupt you.
You're not doing. I've got some phone calls to make, and I'll see you later.
Large whiskey, please, Diane. Pass me the water, will you? I'm surprised you're still open. From what I heard, they could have closed you down.
The whole thing's been blown out of all proportion.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the hell are you doing?
Tugging me forelock. I'd doff my cap, but I'm not wearing one today.
You're taking our earlier discussions a little too personally, aren't you?
I'm fighting back for working man everywhere.
Let's face it. A bin man or an entrepreneur, which would you rather be?
I'm staying out of this one.
Whatever earns the most.
Can't believe we missed a lock-in.
Well, I'm glad we did. Last time we were at, you got totally wrecked. You can't drink half as much as me.
That's because I choose not to, not because I can't.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit of a squeeze in our room with all that hairdressing gear.
Well, it's a small sacrifice to make, and it won't be for long. When we get the right business premises, we'll be in the money. But in the meantime, I think a nail bar at the B&B sounds good to me.
Table, 2 chairs, bowl of warm water, all I'll need. Won't your dad mind?
Shell, I'm sure he'll agree. It's one of my more inspired ideas.
What were you and Charity talking about earlier?
Nothing.
So why did you clam up when I came in?
I thought we talked about all this. And I thought you realised that you have to trust her.
That's easier said than done. Think about it. She's got a child that she doesn't even bother telling me about. Then the kid pitches up into the village. Oh, and by the way, Cain Dingle's the father, and I'm the last one to know.
She was wrong to keep you in the dark. She just didn't want to upset you.
Oh, I should have known you'd take her side. You're a sucker for a pretty face too.
Could you keep your voice down, please?
Why should I? When you two are conniving behind my back.
Pint, please, Louise.
Sure. Beers off, Bob. Would you do the honours?
Your wish is my command.
I'll bring it over to you if you like.
No, you're all right. I'm stopping here.
Well, there'll be no repeat of last night's performance if that's why you want a ringside seat. I'm on my best behaviour.
Until the next time.
Well, I did the crime and I've done the time.
Yeah, but it was hardly dignified, was it? Being arrested and bundled into the back of a police car.
I suppose limousines are more your vehicle of choice, eh?
At least I wasn't breaking the law.
Just your wedding vows, then?
Ladies, ladies, time out. We've all got dirty laundry. It's best not to wash it in public.
It's not the first time you and Charity have kept things from me.
Chris, you are your own worst enemy.
Save me your pity. Just tell me what you two were talking about.
We were discussing my holiday, if you must know.
Then why were you hiding something? Obviously, family loyalty means nothing to you.
Oh, for goodness sake, Chris, it's all in your head.
You'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Let's just forget that we had this conversation. And I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention any of this to Charity.
They think we don't know, but we do, don't we? Who's this? It's grumpy Uncle Chris. And why is he grumpy? Because he don't like anyone, especially Kane. And I'm sure if your dad was around, he'd hate him and all. Debbie? Debbie? What?
This room is a pigsty and it won't clean itself.
Can't hear ya.
Get in here now.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime introductory offer. I've booked in Viv. Can I interest you, ladies?
Can I interest you in the house rules? If I remember correctly, we don't take kindly to muddy boots.
People using the toilets without buying a drink.
Or hawkers peddling their wares.
I'm hardly that. I am sorry about that misunderstanding with the equipment. Listen, I'll bung in a complimentary manicure.
2 complimentary manicures.
Done.
Bob will have one.
No, he won't.
You're a man who takes a pride in his appearance.
Yeah, but I don't like people fiddling with me, you know, poking and prodding.
Oh, Bob, it's a manicure, love, not a medical. And with the hand massage, it's very relaxing.
Same again, please, Bob.
Right you are.
You're not going to join us?
Nah, not really in the mood.
Why not? It's Friday night. You're young, free, single.
What's got into you today? Oh, what, you've had the weight of the world on your shoulders.
I've decided not to worry about the things that I have no control over and instead enjoy what I've got.
This room looks like a bomb's hit it.
Yeah, well, it's homework and you should be glad I'm doing it. Oh.
I'll be glad when it's upstairs in your room, you lady. And what the hell's that?
Looks like pepperoni, but maybe it's having a mushroom.
Debbie, you know you're not supposed to eat in here.
Don't be so narky. Chris been having a go at you as well.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, he's been shouting at Zoe. Thought he might have had a fight with you and all.
Oh my God, Chris, it's Jean. Come and help me. Help me.
Jean, sweetheart, can you hear me? It's Mummy. What the hell's going on?
The lamp's fallen on her head.
Oh my God. Is she all right? She's conscious, but she's not crying. Oh my God, her eyes are rolling back. Chris, I think we need an ambulance.
She'll be okay, won't she?
It's a bit late to be concerned after you left her on your own, you stupid...
Chris, we need that ambulance now.
She's in here.
So how long since the accident?
10 minutes, maybe less.
It's Jean, isn't it? Is it okay if I have a look at her?
Does she have any medical conditions we should know about? Asthma, convulsions, diabetes?
No.
Has she been sick or cried since the accident?
No, what's the matter with her?
There's definitely a head injury. She's breathing, but she does need to be seen by a doctor at the hospital as soon as we can.
Well, let's go now.
I'll follow in the car.
I'll grab Jean's stuff. We can all go together, can't we?
I don't think so.
Well, Mum called me. She was happy when I left her. She was all right.
She's not all right now, is she? If anything happens to her, you'll be to blame. You know that, don't you?
Just call as soon as you can, all right?
This is all my fault.
No, it's not. He's just upset about the baby. He didn't mean it, Debbie.
Here. Can I buy you a drink?
It's a sticky McCraw, and it was bought with money made from the exploitation of others.
What you need to understand is that I pay my employees good wages, which they in turn spend in local shops and local businesses like this one, so everyone is benefiting. It's called the trickle-down effect.
So, it's your trickle that's keeping this village afloat?
Now, gentlemen. In my experience, politics is best discussed between consenting adults in private. You may not have noticed, but this is a public bar.
That is censorship. An infringement of my right to freedom of speech.
Steady on. You're not electioneering now.
Now then, I might not agree with what he says, but I'll defend his right to say it.
Here.
This is Jean Tate, 6 months old, head injury. A heavy lamp fell on her. There was a loss of consciousness, and since she's come round, she hasn't cried.
I only left her for a minute.
Has she been ventilated?
No, her left eye's sluggish and not reactive. Her heart rate's normal.
This is Jean's mother, Zoe Tate. I'm Dr. Calloway. Firstly, I have to make an assessment of Jean's injury before we can determine exactly what treatment she requires.
Well, we'll go private if that's what it takes.
Dr. Calloway's doing everything that can be done.
It appears as though the impact of her injury has caused a bleed under her skull.
Oh, God.
We'll be able to tell for sure when we've done a CT scan, but it's likely she's going to need an operation.
What sort of operation?
I mean, it's called a craniotomy. Because the blood's causing pressure on her brain, we need to drill a small hole to remove it and release the pressure.
And afterwards she'll be okay, yes?
And that's what we're hoping for. But we really need to do the CT right away.
Sienna sunrise. That's red to you and me. And Viv's waiting over there for you, Bob. She's even picked out matching colours and everything.
She hasn't.
Hey, come on, get your skates on. I, for one, want to be filed and buffed to within an inch of my life.
Ashley, sorry to interrupt. Have you got a minute? I've just had a phone call from Chris. It's Jean. She's had to be taken to hospital.
Why? What's happened? Is she okay?
Jean's in hospital.
Yeah, afraid so.
What happened?
I'm not sure. There's been some sort of an accident.
When was this?
Earlier this evening.
I should go and see if there's anything I can do.
Yeah, I think she might need an operation.
What kind of operation?
I'm not sure. Sounds serious, though.
You'd never think she needed an operation.
It's going to make her better.
I don't want to leave her, Chris.
She'll be in good hands.
Yes, but what if something goes wrong?
It won't.
What if...
She's made of strong stuff.
Yeah, I know, and she won't feel a thing.
No, of course not. But they are waiting in theatre. I'll have to take Jean down now. Here you are, ladies. Oh. So what do you think?
I've never seen anything quite like those. If you go for the deluxe extensions, the finish is a one-off, an original, just like the client.
Diane is having a file and polish.
Oh, what the heck. As it's free, I'll have what Laurel's had. Oh.
Why are you going for the hard sell? Only promised her a cheap freebie. Treat it as free advertising. Anyone that comes to that pub will see what we can do and they'll come flocking.
Is there a problem?
As if.
I'm not having anything fancy.
Don't be nervous. David Beckham has manicures.
He also wears skirts.
Wouldn't kick him out of bed, though.
Not much chance of him being there in the first place.
Fair enough. The only bedroom action I've had lately is rifling through a box of chocolates.
The blokes I've known, I'd choose chocolates any day.
Not a passion or a load of calories. Not much competition there, eh, Tiger?
What about you, Steph?
Passion or chocolate? I think I'm entitled to both. That's a trick in life, isn't it?
Shouldn't be long now.
Bear it. Shouldn't have to go through this. You know, I keep thinking back to when I was pregnant and I hated that thing growing inside me. Couldn't have imagined how much I love it now.
Zoe. Oh, I'm so sorry, Zoe. How is she?
Well, she's in the operating theatre. It's been hours.
I'll get some drinks. Give me something to do.
Thank you for coming, Ashley, but you should be at home with Gabby.
Oh, she's not on her own, and I'm sure she'd understand.
It's one of the best things, isn't it? Coming home to your daughter after a hard day at work.
You're right. Gabby always puts things into perspective for me.
I've been through some difficult times with my illness, and when I haven't felt like carrying on, but on some days it's still a struggle, but Jean makes it all worthwhile.
I know.
And it's funny, isn't it, because I wouldn't have Jean if it wasn't for my schizophrenia. Now, if I didn't have her, I don't think I could cope.
That's women for you. Always have to have last word.
Just like my wife. That's why she made such a good MP.
Female at species has a predisposition to being contrary.
And ruthless, especially in matters of the heart.
They call us men bounders and cads, but it's gentle sex who really know how to crush a man.
You all right? You look a bit peaked.
I'm fine. Has Terry gone with Ashley to the hospital?
No, I think he's gone home.
Don't you think you should go? You are Jane's nanny. I'll run you over if you want.
Well, you're way over the limit, mate.
All right, well, a taxi then.
I'm not sure.
Well, you might be able to help.
I don't see that there's anything I could do.
I think the least you could do is offer.
OK, I'll go home and give them a ring.
Here, I'll come with you.
I'm supposed to go to a council meeting, but I can't face it. Planning permissions, boundary disputes.
Oh, you should march forth through countryside short boundaries and bundle them into a bramble bush so they won't forget.
What?
Beating bounds, it's called. It's an ancient right to mark parish boundaries, part of local heritage. Well, they haven't done it round here apparently since 70s, more's pity.
You know your stuff, I'll give you that, huh?
You can't get a sense at here and now unless you know what's gone afore.
The council give out grants for local groups, you know, especially historical ones.
I'll be interested if you can be bothered to set something up.
What? And be accused of misrepresenting the voice of the people?
It's always useful to have someone with contacts involved. I mean, if you're in.
Oh.
How is she?
We think the operation's been a success.
Oh, thank you so much.
You'll be able to see her in a little while. We've taken her to intensive care and we'll be monitoring her carefully.
So she's out of danger?
There's still a possibility of swelling.
But the worst is over, isn't it?
The next 48 hours will be crucial.
Oh, want a drink, Ted?
No, I don't. What the hell's going on?
I thought you'd be pleased. I'm using my initiative. Well, you want me to be self-sufficient, don't you?
We've been doing ever so well, Mr. Turner. Sorry. Sorry about the mess.
You are taking advantage.
That's right. But at least I'm living up to your expectations.
What are you doing down here in the dark? Can't sleep. I'll make you some cocoa then, eh?
Why have you rung us back?
Probably because there's nothing more they can tell us.
You say everything's going to be all right, but it's not, is it?
Look, I've told you. Jean's had an operation and she's in a stable condition.
I'm not stupid, you know. Everyone's scared but pretending they're not. Like you were when you came off the phone earlier.
Yeah, I was upset, Debbie. We're all upset.
Do you reckon babies go straight to heaven?
I don't know.
Jean's gonna die, ain't she?
No, Debbie. Of course she's not gonna die. She's gonna be home soon, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and that's what they said about Pat. She went into hospital and she never came back.
Okay. I understand. Thanks. Bye.
Is that Chris?
Yeah. Sounded awful.
What did he say?
Jean's had her operation. Poor little thing.
Well, did he say anything else?
Not really. I could just tell. He didn't say it in so many words, but... Anyway, I'm going to bed.
You know, Chloe wasn't so upset about Jean herself. She'd see that you were acting funny.
I can't help it. I should be at the hospital.
Not a good idea. No, you might as well have "I'm Jean's father" tattooed on your forehead.
Well, I might not be Jean's father for much longer.
Don't say that.
Yeah, well, you don't understand how it feels. I don't understand either. I just want to see her.
Yeah, but it's not just about you, is it? Think about what Zoe's going through. She doesn't need you pitching up, does she?
No, I suppose not. But I was there at the beginning, just after she was born. And if this is going to be the end, then I should be there too.
She looks so peaceful.
She does. We'll soon have you out of here, eh? And I won't let this ever happen to you again. I'm not going to take my eyes off you. Not for 1 second.
Hey, come on. It wasn't your fault.
Well, I've not exactly been the best mother, have I? And she's been perfect. Well, from now on, I give her permission to be the worst daughter in the world. And when she's older, she can wear all the wrong clothes and play her music loud and hang out with the most unsuitable boys.
Yep. I think she's going to be a real heartbreaker.